Hello and welcome back to our Parkitect campaign mode series. In the last episode, we took on Honey Hills, and we completed that one fairly easy, probably one of the easiest scenarios we've ever had to do. That unlocked Coaster Canyon, but we're going to save that one for another day, and we are going to head up to Highway Hijinks. A few acres of flat land, perfect for an amusement park. The problem? A highway cuts right through the middle. For this scenario, have at least 550 guests in your park, have an overall park rating of at least 80%, and then for the optional goals, have at least 250 guests in your park, or complete all non-optional, and complete all non-optional goals by the end of August year 3. So let's go ahead and jump into this and see what we have. We are definitely going to get this paused. We have $22,000 to start, so we have quite a bit. And honestly, not all that crazy to start here. When you look at our decoration, what's interesting is the employee path. Okay, so this is just employee path, so that's why we're seeing that problems, which is fine. Everything else, what's in here? What is that? Is it a bathroom? Certainly looks like it. And yeah. Oh yeah, we already have a bathroom. Honestly, we probably need to tidy that up a little bit just to get a door and that on there. So we got some nice little stuff to begin with here. We do have quite a decent amount of land, and honestly, it doesn't look all that crazy. Our rides, oh whoa, that is very aggressive. We got the carousel, the bumper cars, which I love the bumper cars, the car ride, and the Ferris wheel. We have go-karts, jumper, top spin, junior coaster, wild mouse, mediocre, no transport rides, and no water rides. So we are going to need to do some research, and we are just going to go straight ahead and get these guys on here, and we'll do $100. So it'll take a little bit longer, but that is okay. And honestly, it's not too bad. We have a ton of shops. We got first aid, mini donuts, toilet, funnel cakes. That's exciting. We don't. Oh, we have vending machine. Okay, the vending machine is good because then people can get a drink. We got balloons, cash machine. That is all good. This is nothing that's outside ordinary, and our standard stuff in there. So yeah, we are looking fairly good. Relatively flat land, which is nice. A little bit of variation, which doesn't hurt anything. And I don't know. It's another scenario that seems like it might be fairly simple, so we'll see how this goes. We don't have crazy stuff to deal with here, but we'll go about it and see where we get. We are going to jump into a time lapse, and I'll do a whole bunch of. I'm going to get all the flat rides down. Maybe do a car ride in there. Go-karts are kind of iffy. Definitely get the jumper and the top spin in there. And then, it's been a bit since I've had a wild mouse or a junior coaster, but I really don't want to do either one of those. So maybe we'll be waiting to see what kind of coaster we get. So let's go ahead. We will jump into the time lapse, and I will see you on the other side. To start this build, I just wanted to make sure we got our carousel in, and I decided to double the paths. I'm not really sure why. And I did it everywhere because why not waste some money? So I also wanted to make sure I wanted to get all the flat rides in that I could. So we get the Ferris wheel in here, and I have an idea that you're going to see come to life here a little bit later in this build. But we go ahead and change the colors a little bit in the carousel because we've been seeing that same color for a little bit now. And of course we had to get the bumper cars in because they are great and turn them to football mode. And then we just kind of continue going around this little pond here, and we get the jumper in. I wish there would have been a little bit bigger spot of flat land so I didn't have to elevate some of it, but I honestly didn't even realize that I elevated it. So yeah, it for a while there I couldn't figure out what was going on. I also had the queue selected, so that was great. Top spin, I thought that'd be a really cool ride to have along the highway there, and you know, just to kind of be something to see from the highway, which would be nice. And then I wanted to get this car ride in, and I wanted it to be a little more unique, so we really focus on trying to get just a cool layout that is going to work all the way around this Ferris wheel. And we finished up by ending it on this basically a helix down, dives into the ground a little bit, and you know, we kind of, it makes it a little interesting for the scenery, and I'm excited to tackle that here in the next section. So yeah, I really like the layout of it. I think it's pretty nice for what we got, and then we just have to add in the necessary pieces for our park. We get in a couple of shops and stalls. We get we use the custom stall, so we can assign what we want, including the vending machine, because people need to be able to get drinks. And then for our scenery for this, we just kind of we follow the same suit as the entrance there, and kind of make modifications where we need to. So it does, I think it actually all turns out pretty nice. We just have flat roofs. We literally pretty much copy exactly what the entrance is there. We make a few minor changes to just kind of switch things up a little bit, but for the most part, we got some good variation. We have a little few slanted roofs in here and there, but nothing too crazy for what we're looking at. And then the biggest thing was I knew we needed to have, I wanted to have shops and stalls on the other side as well, which you're soon going to see me adjust after I finish putting on all my windows and my hedges, just to kind of break up a little bit. And we add an extra layer. I forgot about that part. So once we get the border in, we eventually, and I just keep detailing onto this, I added a lot of little details. We get our doors in. We had a hedge wall to block everything, and I was concerned about the view from the other side of the lake, so we make that just a regular path, but it's only going to be what's it called, guests or staff on that anyway. We go ahead and block out the other staff building as well, and then we added some more shops on the other side of the carousel, so people don't have to walk all the way back to the entrance. But one thing I don't add, a bathroom, and it doesn't seem to matter, I don't think, at all here. So once we get everything in here, this building takes shape pretty quickly. So the time lapse is actually coming to an end here quick, and there's really not anything fancy that I do beyond this. So let's go ahead and jump back into the live portion. So we have the finished product here, and when I say finished, I mean that term loosely. And excuse the squeaks in the background. It's my daughter sleeping behind me. She just squeaks, and it's loud enough to sometimes come through, so I'm sorry if you hear that. But we got all the flat rides in that we wanted to. We got the bumper cars, the jumper, the carousel, this thing, whatever it's called, the top spin, the Ferris wheel, I think I said that already, and the car ride. and we got a lot of shops and stalls in, which is good. One thing I completely forgot to do was benches and bins, and then we also doubled up the path all the way around here, and I did that. I'm not really sure why I did that. So we have a bigger path. Yay. So let's go ahead, let's get this started. We don't have any staff, which is fine for now. We'll just get one guy, one of each. Actually, we're going to get 2 haulers because there is a lot of things that they need to do. And you know what? I'm thinking we need 2 security guards right away too. So we got a depot in here that's going to supply both of these. And then I made this so that it is a regular path, so people can't see it, and you know, our visuals pretty good, if I must say so. And when I say pretty good, it's this area, not much else. We already have a bathroom, so we didn't need to worry about that. We also have an information stand, didn't need to worry about that, which is great. And our ticket booths, we are charging $1, so I mean, that's good. But we do need to get some rides open. We don't have anything open yet, and that is not good. This is probably going to be the one that we need to open this right away, because if we don't get people on, we're never going to know what it is. I also thought this would be a pretty cool thing. If you are going over the highway flipping, which would be pretty insane. 35.7, that is not bad. So let's see what we got here. 35.7 times 0.15, and we are going to charge 5.35, so we're just going to bring that down a little bit. Our carousel, 25.8. 1.5 is 3.8. And get that going. Our Ferris wheel, still going. Car ride, 37. That's not bad for the car ride. We can charge $5.50 for that. Basically, what I'm doing, and I'll show you how I'm getting these numbers with the jumper here. So basically, you take the excitement, which is 28.8, and multiply that by 0.15. So it'd be 4.32 is the number that it gives us. Now I tend to round down to the nearest tenth and get those things open. So we're still waiting on the Ferris wheel. For whatever reason, that's taking forever. I'm really liking the look of this car ride. We could certainly beef it up a little bit, give us some actual support here rather than just having a road floating in the air. But you know, we're looking pretty decent. We're losing a lot of money because we don't have any guests in the park yet. But they should flow in here. Yeah, look at them all. Look at all of them coming. We don't even have all of our rides open yet, so that is even better. This thing is just so slow. See how this is doing. That's still waiting to get enough people. It's also in football mode. I would love for a go-kart go-karts, bumper cars to have soccer balls in it for me. That would make it a very enjoyable experience. But yeah, we are well on our way. Probably going to fast forward a little bit here. Not too much exciting. Oh, there they go. Knocking the soccer ball around, the football around, if you will. And we should get going. The other thing I did, oh boy, scary. End of March, year 1. So did I go too far? Really need to get some stuff in here. We might need to take a loan. Oh, we're not. We're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose on this one. We can just take a loan. It'll be just fine. Oh, I forgot. We need to. Oh, I can't do it either. It's not gonna make a difference. It's fine. Our signs. We need to get one of these in here so people can't go this way. But we can't. It's. What are you gonna do? Nothing here. So, yeah, I think we're really gonna make some money here soon. The one thing we don't. Oh, I guess this is kind of our. It's kind of high in nausea. Doesn't really. We don't really have much for intensity. But we are about to getting that, and the steel coaster. That's also a good one. That's gonna bring us some money once we can get those all set up. So we are looking fairly decent here. The jumper is rolling. Oh no. Maybe this is the challenge. Hear the sound of money. We're halfway through for this, but I can assure you we will just take a loan, and then once we're out of the negative, we are pretty much set for what we need. And yeah, I think we'll be just fine. You can already see we are slowly starting to go up a little bit. Our operating, we were very close in February of 1. March is pretty terrible. So yeah, we will actually, let's just go ahead and take a loan. Which one? Oh, this one's best. Okay. So we got that out, and yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. We do need to restrict these people. Stop this. No entry for guests. And then we will also do it here. No entry for guests. No entry for anyone. And that is because we don't want people just wandering around over here. Wouldn't be very good for us. And we do have some thunder and stuff, or lightning. So I think many of your guests are tired. So once the storm passes, we are going to jump into a time lapse. I'm going to get some benches around. I'm going to continue to detail the area. I'm going to leave it on play though this time, and hopefully we're going to unlock the steel coaster so we can get a roller coaster in. I'm really thinking that we're going to get this into, because we need something for our intensity. I'm thinking the steel coaster is going to go in this area, and it's just going to be like this little diagonal thing. It's not going to be anything too big, but it's going to be an interesting style ride. So let's go ahead and jump back into that time lapse, and we will see where we get. So this time lapse, we end up getting distracted with our scenery. We don't get to the roller coaster quite yet, but we do get to add a bunch of benches, a bunch of trash bins, and things like that. We also add some lights in, and then we start detailing the car ride. We also try and add the bridge, or duplicate the scenery on the bridge, which I can't fully do, which is great. We do get the Enterprise in though, which is a good thing because that will balance out the people looking for those high intensity rides. Yeah, unfortunately that is the only ride I believe we get in here. And yeah, like I said, I wanted the car ride to have oh, we're gonna do the top spin first, but there's not much to the top spin. So I wanted the car ride to have a lot of like the same same brickwork as the topspin and the bridge here. And unfortunately, this stupid bridge, I was so excited and I didn't have the middle piece. I could not use the middle piece, or at least I couldn't find it. So I had to make my own out of art shapes, which looks good too. The other thing that was annoying, I couldn't build across the road on the bottom height that I needed to. So this side is lacking in some areas, including the support in the bottom. But because it's so minimal, it doesn't make much of a difference. So, and then to cover up the middle a little bit, we just add a little support beam that crosses the middle. So now on to the car ride. We get this brick laid all the way around, and for whatever reason, I thought the car ride went up at the right heights. So I'd just be able to lay something underneath and it'd be perfectly flat up against it. That is not the case. It is a little less degree slope, so we had to get a little bit creative, but we don't really figure that out until a little bit later, where actually I don't even think it's in this time lapse. Maybe it is, because right now we're just working on the base and how we're going to manage especially this like downward helix style thing. And I know I wanted to have a place for people to view everything, so yeah, we are just trying a bunch of different things. We also wanted to try and keep the theme that we had going on here, and now you can see we put white underneath. This stays all the way through. The shade might change a little bit, but yeah, I don't know why I chose to go with white. But I think it looks good nonetheless. Once we get everything in here, we get our bricks up against, I mean, that would be a pretty cool feature. You're going to be driving, you could have kids driving these antique autos, and it's like they're driving on the highway. So it gives them a little bit of perspective of how fast those real cars can go compared to the antique autos that you're on. So again, we really are just focusing on trying to find a way to cover up all this area, and some of the place that comes right out of the station underneath there, that is a very tight gap. I end up having to change that quite a bit because it doesn't fit. So we end up incorporating that into our station building, which I don't believe happens yet. But you can already see it's starting to come together. We're starting to get some borders around stuff, and you can just kind of see that, you know, I think it's gonna work. We're gonna have some breaks in the levels, so we can get some trees in there. And yeah, one of my favorite car rides that I've ever built in any game, and it happened in a career or campaign mode, which is cool. And here we go, putting in some trees, just to kind of give some break from the highway, because that probably would be pretty loud being that close. I don't think you would have a ride like this that close to a highway, but you know, this is a game. It's a scenario. We got to cram things in where we can. And now moving on to the much more challenging part. This part that goes out in front of the Ferris wheel and has that helix down. And finding ways to support this, as well as getting in the building around it. I figured the building is the best way to go. Because it is just such a unique shape for everything, and on a grid you're pretty limited with what you can do. So and I was really struggling how we were gonna work this out here, but once I figured out that we can get brick in the middle there, and just kind of get that all covered up. And so you still have to go around something, which is a little bit more believable. We don't need to put anything under it because you're not going to be able to see too much into it. and then we just kind of get the idea of where we want everything to be. We still use our white for whatever reason on that top portion there, and it's fine. It breaks it up a little bit. Honestly, I kind of wish I would have changed that portion of it, but you know, it is what it is. We had the job done, and we got everything going. Now the Ferris wheel, admittedly, not the best ride to use for this. You're not going to be able to see left because of the trees, or right because of the building, so you can see in front of you, which looks at the maintenance building. So yeah, that wasn't my best choice. But honestly, the guests in this game, they see the building and they're like, wow, that is amazing. So yeah, we go back to adding in some windows, and you know, I really like this trick, not necessarily on the vertical windows because it kind of overlaps weird, but the horizontal ones, they kind of line up perfect. So really like just overlapping them, and you can see that vertical one still kind of looks weird. So maybe I won't do that moving forward, but we do it in this entire scenario. So yeah, that is what it is. Now moving on to the station here. Like I said, because of the way how close this clearance was coming out of the station, boy, and I had to move the screen around a lot, or move the camera around a lot in this. So I'm sorry that it's going as crazy as it is, but we eventually get it done, and we got this unique shaped building, and I really wanted to have a different texture on top. So that's kind of the idea that we have here, and I all the way through this build, I keep lowering it. I was like, it's too tall, doesn't look right, it's just too tall. We eventually come up with a height that kind of makes a little bit more sense. Still a little bit tall, but you know, I think it gets covered up enough by the trees and everything that's going on. So yeah, the theme was able to stay consistent for the most part, and it is looking good. And then pretty much all we have left to do is put on some windows, and we are pretty good. We do add in some just a little bit of variation, just to keep things a little bit more fresh on the highway side. Nothing too crazy, just something a little bit. And oh, we actually do lower it even more, which I think looks even better. We unfortunately don't have that wooden texture difference, but it's fine. It is what it is. And now the last little bit, we just need to finish out switching or decorating the Ferris wheel, getting in some of the borders around the ride, getting some rocks in, filling in some trees, getting the blobby trees. Those are absolutely some of my favorites. So yeah, we are wrapping up. Well, what better time to stop than when you run out of money. We certainly got a little carried away with the car ride, and you know, I think it looks pretty good. It goes along the road here, which is kind of cool. It does have the big fence because it is directly along the road, and you know, I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. I kind of view it as like an antique auto show type thing. It's got this spiral down to get back into the station, which is pretty unique inside the building. And you know, I probably should have a railing up here, which I guess we can kind of add that now. And we're gonna use the same railing. There we go. So we got the same railing as everything else here, and yeah, I think it just turned out pretty decent. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be janky as it what the under part is here, but you know, it does the job. We did get the Enterprise in, which is really helping us out, satisfy those guests that need that high intensity. We just unlocked the floorless coaster, which is exciting, and hopefully we're gonna get something else. We're gonna get the star shape, which is, I think, pretty good as well. So we're not looking bad here. We got 230 people in the park. Our experiences are a little all over the place at the moment, but that's just because we didn't have anything that was to satisfy those guests with high intensity needs, which led to them breaking things and becoming vandals and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think we're not bad at the moment. The one thing that is a little concerning is we used all of our loan here, and we haven't paid any of it off yet. So we are going to need to keep an eye on that, because we really can't do anything until we get some more money. We could take another loan, but I don't want to flirt with that yet. Just a little too early in the scenario. So I think at this point we're just gonna fast forward through a little bit, and hopefully we'll start making some money with the rides that we have, so we can get a coaster in and then really draw in some people, because we soon get the if we get to 250 guests, if I can remember where it's at. I thought it was in here. Oh, it is in here. Overall park rating of 80%. That's interesting. We unlocked the Giga Coaster in the Tourbillon. I don't know what it's called. And we will really be looking good then. So yeah, we are chugging along. We really have most of our people on this side of the park, which we would like to get them so that they satisfaction 75%. So we can start making some money. We need to make money. Oh, star shape, cool. That is good stuff. We're still not making a ton of money. See, our carousel is not doing all that much because there's just not a lot of people over here. Same with the car ride. So, and the car ride actually is pretty excitement. 50.4. That's pretty darn good. And in fact, that's so good that 50.4. I feel like we're not charging enough for that anymore. Let us see. Oh yeah, we're $2 short here, so we're definitely gonna get that in there. I wonder if the not the car ride, the Ferris wheel's the same way. 3.5. You can charge $5 for that. Actually, $5.20. That's a lot for a Ferris wheel. And yeah, I think we're good. This Ferris wheel is very, in a very odd location. There's no view whatsoever. You get to view the back of the building, and there's some very tall trees, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. We'll get into year 2, and then we're really gonna consider taking out another loan so we can get a coaster and we can start making some money. So let's do that, and I'll jump back to when I have something meaningful. Alright, so this is not going all that great. We're not making enough money. So I have to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to take on a second loan, spend the money, and then just have it out, because I'm not going to be able to take another loan if I don't pay off the first one. Or do I take the $25,000 at bank forward, take the huge monthly fee, but be able to take out another loan to kind of pay that down a little bit? That's the question. We could take out 13 grand. That might be enough to get a coaster in, but there's not going to be much scenery with that. And I kind of think that's the best option. And then if we get in trouble, and we're I don't know if we have any option other than that. So let's go ahead and let's take this. We're going to pause it and jump into a time lapse and wish me the best. We're going to do a steel coaster in this area, and it's going to be a weird one. So let's take a look. Alright, so we got this monster of a coaster, and I said I was going to cram a coaster in here, and boy, did it all just kind of flow together until the end. This part's a little janky, but the rest of the coaster I think is great. I think it's got a good flow to it. It's pretty decent height. It's got some pretty decent stats. High intensity, which is good because we need another attraction to satisfy those high intensity guests. So we're up to almost 300 people now. I used the excess money to pay down one of our loans because I thought that was a little bit more important. And we are going to start advertising the crap out of our steel coaster here. And we have enough to do 6 months of flyers. So we are going to do that. This is going to be the ride that makes us all the money that we can all the vandals above the park. I didn't know there were vandals in the park. Oh, this is not good. I didn't see this. But nonetheless, 290 people in the park, and we still have people coming in, which is pretty good. And as long as we're getting this line full and these cars full, we should be just fine to manage everything here. So, yeah, this thing is just, we turned 4 inversions in this, all different types of inversions. We got an Immelman to start. We got an inline twist, I guess. I don't think it's a barrel roll. We got the vertical loop, and then we got this off-shaped corkscrew, which is just insane. I really didn't expect to get that much into this coaster. I expected to really have some problems trying to fit it all in, and it just kind of kept going. Whenever I thought I'd be stuck, I found a way. So we are looking good. We haven't even expanded into the other side of the highway yet, which is exciting. We did get our 250 guests, so we unlocked a tourbillon, however you say that, which is, oh, we also unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. This thing, this crazy cube type thing, and then we got the Giga Coaster, which is exciting, but I don't know. I mean, it's something different, that's for sure. I mean, I've built everything else in here, so maybe we do give the Giga Coaster a try. It's definitely not going to be a big Giga Coaster, but, you know, we could do something with that. Maybe something that crosses the highway here. But 317 people in the park, going up, even with this going on, is incredible. And we are about a year out, so we really need this thing to go away so we can get some more people in here and get some money. But at this point, we just gotta get money while this is going on, and then when everything settles down and people want to come back to amusement parks, we gotta market the crap out of our coaster. So let's go ahead, we'll fast forward, I'll jump back to something new. Okay, so we have some money to work with here, which actually I can take this loan and drop this one out and then get another one, but I don't think I'm going to get it in time. So we're going to take this loan and we're going to build a Giga Coaster, and we're going to pray and hope that $12,000 is enough. Because I'm going to put it on pause. We're playing with fire here a little bit. We need to be into August. We need to have everything done by the end of August of year 3. Let me double check that because I've been wrong before. By the end of August, year 3, we need to have 550 people. We have everything else. We just need to get the people. And we get 453 people. That's pretty good. One coaster should do that. One good coaster. So let's go ahead. Let's get our money. And let's hope we can get it here. Because I've never built one of these coasters, so this will be an exciting time for all. So let's go ahead, we'll jump into the time lapse. We're going to build it right over here, and it's going to come into the new area, and hopefully we don't even need to use the area other than this coaster. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it, and I'll see you on the other end. Well, here we are. We were quickly running out of money. So yeah, that was very, very concerning there for a little bit. But the good news is, we have our brand new Giga Coaster, and the rating on it, not as good as the Steel Coaster, in terms of excitement and intensity, but I think it will do enough to get us the amount of people that we need to get in the park. So, we're going to sit here, we're going to save it, just to be safe, because I want to be lazy and not have to add any more rides. So, yeah, this coaster is very interesting. It's not very tall, it's not a Giga Coaster, I don't believe. I don't know if it will tell me exactly how tall it is. Yeah, 118 feet, so it is quite small. Quite small. And it does have a fairly steep drop, but it's got this weird... I was trying to get some excitement here, so I did like this little airtime thing as it goes up the hill, which I thought was interesting, and then into an overbank turn that's really not needed, so it's more hang time than anything, into another airtime type weird drop thing. And then I just wanted to see how many times I could loop the coaster around itself here, which I think it turned out nice. And then just, at this point, we just had to get it back to the station as quickly as possible. So, we have our coaster open. We need to market the crap out of this. And, unfortunately, we don't have any money. So, I would love to do some bus stops, but that's $2,000. We should get those eventually, but we need to get people to get on this thing. It's not taken off like I thought it was going to, but it is drawing people in. But oh, look at that. The carousel's got some people now, finally. Yeah, look at all these people coming in. So I think we can go ahead and fast forward a bit. And hopefully we will get the people that we need and not stall out like just shy or something. It is certainly going very, very quick. We're almost up to 500 people. We got $1,000 in the pocket already. We definitely have people coming in here real fast. Over 500. There we go. And oh no, the Steel Coaster. That's not good. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, while I was fast forwarding, I did end up doing some zones for the staff, so we should really go ahead and finish adding these up here. So we got 3 zones just for our janitors primarily, and it has been working ever since, so that's good. That was the only thing that I did off camera. I didn't think it was too bad. Pretty self-explanatory how I did that. And oh man, oh, just have to hold it for 3 weeks to win. I don't see this being a problem. We got this now, so that was the main thing. So we just have to fast forward right through here, and you know, we're still gonna market the crap out of this. So why not? 582. This thing is drawing people in quick, and wow, it's interesting how this is changing ever so slightly. So I actually really like the look of that Giga Coaster. So if we get those again, I might have to build another one, more of a proper Giga Coaster. The Steel, this has got to be my favorite coaster that I've ever built in terms of compactness. I mean, this thing just is crammed into the side here. So, oh, it's gonna take a picture. Come on now. Yeah, we are definitely getting this. This is definitely going to be our thumbnail. It would be nice if it would stop raining before we complete it, so I can grab the picture. We're gonna have to deal with confetti soon. Are we? There we go. And there is the confetti right on cue. We have completed the highway hijinks. Yeah, this scenario. This has got to be one of my favorite scenarios that I've ever played. Had a little bit of challenge, but we can't get out of confetti. Come on. Come on. We can find our way out of here. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, this has got to be one of my favorite. It's just unique having the road go through. The road is got cars going on it, which is fun. I got to build a pretty detailed car ride, which is cool. 2 nice coasters, a pretty decent layout. And there's a lot of land here, which is pretty exciting. So let's go ahead. We got this all saved up now. And let's go ahead and head out and see what we unlocked. And oh, we got the bridge that I destroyed and tried to fix and then couldn't. So that makes sense. We got our 2 gold coins. Where's that going to take us? Oh, I'm disappointed we don't go over the bridge. Far away fields. Orchard Acres. Oh, this is kind of a similar thing, I think. And actually, because that one's more left than Coaster Canyon, we're going to be doing this one next. So, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Wow, these cars are very loud. Yeah, if you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like. If you saw something I could have done better, please let me know in the comment section. And if you want to see some more awesome Parkitect content, please make sure to check out my channel. I am going through the entire campaign mode at the moment. Hopefully we'll have some more stuff after that. So, anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later!